Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sandra Yevette, the owner and founder of Loving Touch Healing and Wellness, which operates out of Claremont, California. I would be remiss if I did not first say something about the civil unrest that is happening around our country. I would like to say for myself personally, I'm not the type of a healer or person who's going to close my eyes and pretend like it's not happening, because it's very real and it has impacted, so many African Americans in our country, and myself included, to the point of death, to the point of horrific crimes and atrocities being cast upon our people. It's been happening for years and years and years. What's different now is that people are standing up in a different way. They have technology that they can use to show and to advocate and to have cast around the world so that more light is even shed on the issue, which is great. I love it. I'm so happy that we can do that. But I do say we do need to do so peacefully. I think for the most part, most people are, but there are those people who are opportunists who are showing up and making what could be peaceful demonstrations turn into something that is shunned because of the looting and things like that. Generally, those are not the people who are standing behind the cause. So don't let that deter you from doing what you feel you need to do to bring peace and to bring justice. My heart goes out to those who have lost loved ones to foolishness like this. What I want to talk about on a different note, and the purpose of my video for today, or the topic for today, is the Great Awakening. You might have heard that term being used across different social media platforms, and maybe you've said, okay, I don't even know what that's all about, or why are they talking about that? What does that even mean? But really, in general, what it is people are coming into an era where they are finally no longer numbed or dumbed down or accepting what is being told to them as factual. Remember, we talked about that before, or holding on to old belief systems that are really antiquated and need to go. There's so many truths that need to come out, and we are at a point for several reasons that we are no longer willing to be lied to. We are no longer willing to close our eyes to certain truths. So that's a huge part of what the awakening is. And so, you might say, well, okay, I think I know somebody who kind of speaks like that. Maybe that's what they're experiencing. Yeah, take a deeper look at that. Have a conversation with them. Don't run from it. Not to say that, everybody has a full handle on it or really kind of has the truth down pat when it comes to it, but it is a time in history like no other where there are so many people who are waking up to certain truths and letting go of old paradigms and belief systems. Now, I don't want to get into conspiracy theories and different things like that, but a lot of them do have to do with, the government and structure and money and politics and politicians, movements and certain things like that that have been kind of keeping us in this matrix, in a state of closed-mindedness, in a state of slumber, in a state of acceptance. And what they've come to realize, these people who are behind this little engine, let's just call it that, that if they can stir and distract with negativity, with fear, and those types of things, the collective is more easily controlled. So have you noticed that the news just kind of shifted? I'm going to say the past 15 years or so. It's been a while. I actually remember when I was younger, when I would watch the news, I actually kind of knew the newscasters. I'm going to show my age a little bit here, but there was this one, her name was Dorothy Fulltime. And she was just a little old lady who would come and speak the facts and the truths of different things that were happening, locally and in the community. And we kind of look forward to just getting the updates, just so you could, remain aware. They weren't all gloom and doom and bad and pounding certain agendas into our head, programming us. It was news. It's been such a long time since we've had what can be considered actual news. It's hidden agendas. okay, with specific intents that are fueling the collective. And so what's happening, as we talked about in the previous video, as the energies change and shift, those old structures are falling away. And it's affecting everyone because, you know, we're all on the same planet. The planet itself is going through its own vibrational shift. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out one of my other videos that I've talked about, you know, 5D ascension and what that's all about. But pretty much because we're all on the same planet and the energies for Gaia, the earth, is shifting, we're shifting too. And so with that being said, and with, it's kind of like, let's think about a pot. When you first put the pot on the stove and you turn the heat on, you can walk away from it and come back and expect, if you want a boiling pot of water, that it's going to be a roaring, boiling pot of water, and it just bubbles things up and out, especially if the pot is full. It's kind of the same with some of the stuff that's happening right now. You see it, right? It's more intense, it's more frequent, it's more back to back. They're just unbelievable things that are happening with no breath and break in between. And so when you have a shakeup like that, and think about this, we're all home. We're all in this safer at home type of mindset. And so this gives us a pausing moment. I believe it's intentional to really take a look at what's happening in the world and decide if we accept it. It's a unique time also, because I really do believe that we are going to have an opportunity to redesign things how we want them to flow. From politics to religion to banking, all those structures are falling away. And of course, unfortunately and sad to say, there's going to be some casualties. Lots of businesses are going under. Old structures like religious structures, some of them are having to contend with a new audience. Their Sundays are not going to be the same. The government as well. And I do know that a lot of times, if you look back in history, when people's money and things like that are affected and they're fearful, that is when a lot of the hate and the rage comes forth. Because, you know, as my grandmother used to say, it's a dog-eat-dog world. That's the mentality a lot of people have. But to be honest with you, we are all one. And as I said before in my previous video, one affects many. So that is what the awakening is. It is a shaking up and coming into a new awareness of truths. And as we ascend and raise our vibrations to meet that level where we're all going, some of those old systems and structures will not be there. But we have to get rid of them. They have to come up. They have to come out. We have to deal with all of it. It's all being put on the table for all of us to see. And a lot of it is ugly. A lot of it has to go away. So that is my topic for today. I want you to take some time in your prayer and meditation today to just send some healing energy. Just send some healing energy and positive vibes, of course, for yourself and your family, but just in general. Get in the habit of being, you know, in the mindset of service to others. We've been in a collective mindset of service to self for a very long time. But if we start understanding that we really all are one and that one affects many, you understand how very important it is to have that heart and mindset of service to others. So when you pause and you're thinking and you go through your list and of things that you would like to see change, think of it on a broader scale. What would you like to see different as we rebuild this new America or around the world? What would you like to see different? And I'm not going to tell you what you need to do when it comes to November, when that important time comes. But I think you understand the importance of being involved. All right, that's it for today. Hope you like my content. Click like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, until the next time, namaste.